A very simple and straightforward sequence question about AS. They tell us that the first term, that means T1 is equal to 666. And then at the same time, they tell us the 38 terms is equal to 555, which means that A is equal to 666. And at the same time, A, we add 37 times of the difference is equal to 555. From 1 to 38, there are 37 changes. And then we are just going to solve the simultaneous equation. Since A plus 37 times of difference is equal to 555, which means 666 plus 37D is equal to 555. So D is equal to -3, and then therefore we already get A. Common difference is -3. And then part B, they say that the greatest value of n to fulfill certain requirement such that is the constraint is the sum of first n term. Sum of first n term, that means the first one plus the second one until the last one. So there are n term involved. We are talking about Sn here. Beware that with the word first and without the word first will be a very great difference. Of the sequence is positive, so this is our constraint, and we should start from this constraint. So the condition is when Sn larger than 0. We are going to solve it, and then we say n may be larger than something or n smaller than something, so that we can make the decision what is the greatest n fulfill the requirement. We are going to solve inequality afterward. But see, let's see what kind of inequality it is. N over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times of d is the sum of AS formula. And then we just plug in everything we know about A and D. Both sides times 2, so 0 times 2 is still 0. So we finally find out that the inequality is quadratic, so we use quadratic method. But I want to standardize it. I don't get used to -3 here, so we both sides divided by -3. Factorize it. If I draw the graph depends on n. So it's upward sloping with two roots. The first root is 0. The second root is when x equal to 445. To ensure that the outcome is below 0, that means below the ground, we are talking about this section. We can choose. So that means the feasible solution of n is between 0 and 445. And finally, it's because 445 cannot equal to that, so it should be slightly smaller. The biggest value that we can choose is one step before, is 444. Therefore, the greatest value of n fulfill the requirement is 444 here. One thing to remind you is because n is defined as integer, so this graph is not really fulfill the requirement. It should be a step function, but anyway, it's totally will not affect you to understand in this way. If you make it become positive coefficient for n squared, smaller than, then it will bounded between. If it is larger than, then will be two rings.